Welcome back to the show. I am Ojy Okpe, and you're watching Arise 360. My guest, Dakore Egbuson Akande, is worth her weight in gold in the Nigerian and indeed the African entertainment industry. In over 2 decades, she has become a multiple award-winning film and stage actor, TV personality, vocalist, and humanitarian. She is a past ambassador for ActionAid Nigeria and has also partnered with the United Nations, the European Union, and the British Council in their respective campaigns for the girl-child education and putting an end to sexual and gender-based violence against women and children. Dakore strongly believes in the arts and the media's ability to provoke, inspire, and to be a vehicle for change in the world while being no less entertaining. Welcome, Dakore. Thank you so much for joining me on Arise 360 today.
Thank you,
First of all, you look so fabulous.
Thank you, darling. So are you.
Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Nikki Kiran.
Ah.
Yes, Nigerian.
And she's Nigerian?
Nigerian
Do you always
designer.
wear Nigerian?
I always wear Nigerian. Love Nigerian. I'm anything Nigerian. I'm so proud to be Nigerian. So even the earrings are eclectic chic, also Nigerian
really?
brand, yes. The ring is Donna Tyler jewelry, also Nigerian. I believe so strongly in Nigeria, in Africa, and the positive potential that we have despite all our challenges.
I think you're so fantastic and really authentic. I want to start with your last film project, the Setup film. That was such a unique role for you, Dakore.
Right? I know. It was fun to play her. I mean, Moturayo, you know, she's very naive, you know, very soft, and, you know, just believes everyone, thinks the best of everyone, and she carried so much guilt about something that wasn't even her fault.
Yes.
You know, so she was very, you know, complex and fun to play, even though I was kind of irritated by her at times. Like, come on, you should know this, you know. But it is a character, and I had to, you know, give my all to it, and it was so well received. So I'm very, very grateful.
We have a little scene of you in the Setup film.
Okay.
Let's take a quick look at it real quick.
Tunde Elesho, the founder of Daraja Bank. Mutunrayo Elesho. I want to marry her. Tunde Elesho, the founder of Daraja Bank. One day at 60, he drops dead of a heart attack. He leaves everything to his children.
What is this place? A private members club.
Chike is Madam's most skilled operative.
Jesus! Oh, I like this one.
Officer, what seems to be the problem?
That's a risky strategy.
Adam?
Otorayo. Listen, I know it seems...
Adam is family.
Adam is not part of my family. You were working with Adam. Bamidele, how could you?
What are you playing at?
What am I playing at? What are you playing at? We had a plan.
I changed the plan.
Dakore, when I watched this movie, I saw that this was such an out-of-character role for you. I mean,
Yes.
is this like one of the movies that you think that you would, you know, always want to do? Is this like something that you love to do? I mean, I wouldn't want to do an out-of-character role. I think it's quite difficult to do, is
It's
it?
fun, though, but
Yeah.
that's what being an actor is about.
Yeah.
It's about versatility. It's about being able to just weave into a role and totally become this other person, whether you like them or not. And I didn't really like her, actually, because she was a bit too naive for my
Yeah,
liking.
bro, she really-
There were times I wanted to knock her head in. Like, how could you be so daft, you know? But she genuinely, you know, really just wanted the best, you know, and you know that, and then it came through, and that's fun for an actor because at the end of the day, you don't want to play the same role.
Right.
You want to be challenged. You want to, you know, look at a role and be like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to pull this off? You know, so I welcome challenges. So yeah, it was fun to play her for sure.
And I know that you're also a musician.
I am. It's funny because music was always my thing. That was always what I thought I was going to do
Yes.
for life, music and journalism. So I would have been sitting where you're sitting because I
you
studied.
can still do it.
Yeah, I can. I can.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about it, being versatile. You know, so I studied mass communication and everything, but music was always my passion. And it was in the course of finding my way, I just stumbled into acting, into television production and presenting. I started out as a sports presenter. Can you imagine?
Are you serious?
Things.
On what network?
On Channels Television and NTA2 Channel 5.
So wait, if I Google you, I'll find one of your
You might. I mean, this is pre-internet.
Okay.
This is like 99, 2000. Girl's been grinding for a minute.
I've never thought of you as a presenter before. Like, I mean,
I used to work on Ben TV. I was on television, Ben TV in London. I was on the show called Soul Sister, the Black Variety Show. We were doing live shows all over Europe. Man,
Dakore, you're not just an actress,
No.
you're also a humanitarian, and then you also on TV.
Yeah.
And I know that you also have like this TV series that you're doing,
Castle and Castle.
Talk to us about that specifically, because I see that you do a lot of things in that. I've seen 2 or 3 series of that
good.
before.
Awesome.
I saw you kissing Richard.
Yeah, that was fun. That's a perk, you know. But at the end of the day, look, it's a character. Like I said, it was about just being, and they are a married couple. So married couples kiss, you know, it'd be kind of weird if we didn't.
Yes,
like,
absolutely. It's just like he's the eye candy. So
exactly. I'm not too bad myself. So yeah, but it was fun and it was so well received again. And then my humanitarian work is actually the core of me. It's really what makes it all make sense. You know, sometimes you wondered, okay, God, why did you give me this gift? Why am I a celebrity? Why am I famous? You know, and it's to shine light, you know, and to be able to highlight the things that are not going well in our society and put a light on it so people can know, and that's through talking about it, through being here, having interviews, you know, so I'm just grateful to be able to do that. And I've worked with ActionAid, I've worked with the UN, like you said. This project actually that I'm really passionate about is being sponsored by the EU. I just got back from
And what is the project called?
It's called ROLAC, which is the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption. That's basically what the umbrella title of the project is, but at the core of it is really about sexual and gender-based violence, which has been going on for eons in this country, and unfortunately the government is not really spearheading any kind of help for the sexual assault referral centers, and so everything is being done by private individuals and just people who are just genuinely concerned, and the EU is spearheading this with the British Council. And, you know, I'm very passionate about that because so many young girls are being, you know, raped, and not just young girls, but even babies. I mean, it's the level of depravity, you know, that you'd have to be under to see a baby and sexualize that baby. And actually, I mean, I don't understand it. You know, it really, really hurts my soul, you know, and when the EU approached me last year about it, because I've really been a champion for women and children, and only to find out that even boys get raped. And unfortunately, no one's talking about the boys because our society raises boys to be very, you know, masculine and, you know, keep your emotions inside. But the thing is, when a man has been raped, he's going to rape someone else.
Absolutely.
You know, you can only give what you have inside. So we also need to shine a light on that. But girls and women tend to bear the brunt of it. So I want to use my platform to shine light, and you know, anything that's going to move us forward, I'm all for it. So
I absolutely have the humongous respect for you for doing that. And I know that, you know, I saw that you were in Abuja last week. Is this part of the whole ROLAC thing?
That was the whole point.
And I also know that you're championing this whole movement with an organization, the Mirabel Center.
I am one of many. I've adopted 2 SARCs in Lagos, and it's the Mirabel Center and the Warif Center as well, which is newer. But Mirabel has been around for 6 years now. So she's been working directly with these people. So she's the first port of call whenever a woman has been raped or a boy has been raped, and she's the first place that people can go. But a lot of people don't even know that they exist.
Before we get into the Mirabel Center, I want to know how you got involved with your humanitarian work.
To be honest, it started in 2005 with Amnesty International. They reached out to me. I guess they saw that I was very, I guess in the type of roles that I took, I was always very strong and opinionated, and they just reached out to me and said, hey, we have a campaign against gun violence and the prevalence of too many guns and ammunition. And that was how it started. I traveled to Dakar, Senegal. We shot a commercial, everything about, you know, just sensitizing people and making sure that guns remain in the hands of the right people, the police or the military. And you know, in Nigeria, we have a lot of things with, you know, militancy. I'm from the Niger Delta, so I really understood what that was about. And that was my first foray into that space. And shortly afterwards, ActionAid reached out as well. they wanted to galvanize and raise money from within Nigeria to solve problems of the rural areas. And so I was their ambassador for 5 years.
Oh, wow. 5 whole years.
Yes, 5 whole years. And man, it was a lot of work. I, went on the road with them to all the communities where they were working to see actually what they're doing. It was just a little thing, but it became such a huge thing. We raised a lot of money, and they've been able to do that. So now I'm moving on. And, as I move on, and I open myself up to the universe, because I believe that, it has to be more than just fame and fortune and all of that. I'm still looking for the fortune part, but
I don't buy that, but okay.
We're still working on it. You wouldn't believe it. It's crazy.
But it's okay.
Well, yeah, and so let it speak for something. Let me not just be famous for the sake of being famous. It has to mean something. And again, I'm a mother of 2 daughters, and so I want to sow enough seeds, enough positive seeds for them, so that even when I'm not here anymore, they get to benefit and spread the love. And yeah, I just got emotional now.
I know. Recently, I even saw a photo shoot of you and your daughter. I was like so touched with that.
They came with mommy to the set and everything. And then she was actually posing and stepping on my dress. I'm like, I didn't care, but it was fun. I love for my daughters to see that mommy is working hard and she's going for her dreams. So that's what will motivate them to do the same, And that also helps because in this part of the world, women are supposed to just, be in a corner and just sit and be quiet and stuff. So that's not happening anymore. We're not sitting for that. So it's great because you don't want to be only telling your kids stuff. You want them to be seeing you, because that's really what kids respond to.
I know that we have the founder of the Mirabel Centre here with you as well. And before I get her on set with you, I want to touch on a little bit about what you said about the boy challenge. I want you to tell me what you guys are doing with the boy challenge.
To be honest with you, I think what we're doing, first of all, is to identify it. Because when you do identify something, you can't address it. So now that it's identified that boys also go through it, these SARCs are also open to boys. So it's boys and girls. I don't want boys to feel excluded, because I think for a long time we've kind of inadvertently done that, because the perpetrators are generally male. So we just say, we have to protect the girls. Yes, we definitely have to protect the girls, because they're still the ones at major risk. But it's happening with the boys too, so we mustn't neglect them. So these SARCs are equal opportunity, helpers. They're not going to say, because you're a boy, you're going to get turned back. No, it's a safe space where you can come, open up, and not only that, they will counsel you, but they could also help with a rape kit that helps for persecution. Prosecution.
The rape kit.
Yes, because there's all these things. You need to collate that information so you can use it in court. So they actually work with the police and, the court system to make sure that the perpetrators don't go unpunished, because that's part of why it keeps on happening. If you rape someone, you can get away with it, so of course it's going to keep on happening.
How can boys or parents access this rape kit that you're talking about?
No, that is something you will get when you go to the SARC. Yes, because they are trained and they know how to get that. So immediately when a rape happens, don't just run home and shower. You should actually go straight to the SARC so that they can get all the information before, because you can wash away the evidence and then,
amazing.
Then you have no case.
Really amazing. So just hold on 1 second.
Okay.
We're going to go on a short break, and we'll be back with the founder of the Mirabel Centre. Joining us now is Dakore Egbuson Akande, founder of the first rape crisis center in Lagos, Mirabel Centre. Hello, Dakore. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for joining us. So it is quite rare to find people like you, and it's so important that you understood the power of media, arts and media, and you were able to identify that Dakore could do this for you. Tell me why Dakore, first of all.
Who doesn't know Dakore?
We all know Dakore.
Who doesn't know her?
Yes. To champion your movement, correct?
Yeah, that's just it. She's a mother, she's a public figure, she's a woman, she understands the issues. So who better, than Dakore to talk about the issues and also be an ambassador of the Mirabel Centre.
My pleasure.
All right, well, tell us.
We're really, really proud of and we're so happy and privileged to agree to work.
All right, so tell us what specific project you're pushing with Dakore.
Okay, one of the challenges we have at the Mirabel Centre right now is lack of funds.
Lack of funds, okay.
Yes. So we're hoping she can, take care of that for us. Not on her own, but we're hoping that she can, work her contacts and get them to, direct a little bit of funds to our centre. Yeah. And we also know that she's an ambassador for the telecommunication company.
Yes.
And we're hoping that you can have, maybe toll-free lines. We've tried all this while we've not been able to get that. So we hope with her position, she can also help us to get that. Another major challenge for us is the fact that we hope to erect a new building for the center before the middle of next year. Okay. So we're going to, embark on serious fundraising in order to get that done. So we're really happy when she said, yeah, she's on board.
That's amazing. So I was speaking with you earlier, and then you had a media package that you shared with me about a young girl, a survival kit or some sort of
a survivor,
a survivor that survived some rape challenge. I don't know if you have that. I don't know if we have that video with us.
I thought I gave it to the producer, but I don't know, maybe.
Okay, so I'd like to see that video if we have that up right now.
Jọ́kọ̀ tí mo wà nílé àbúrò mi ti lọ pọ̀ mi dáàdì mi ti jáde ìgbà tí àtúgà wa bá mi nílé ó wá ní pé òun fẹ́ máa fẹ́ mi pé mo máa fún mi 50 naira mo wá ní pé rárá pé mi ò lè gbà ìgbà tí ó dijọ́ kejì ó tún wá bá mi again ó wá ní òun máa fún mi 50 mo wá ní pé mo ò gbà ó pé rárá ó wá fọ́ọ̀sì mi. Wa bounce Basida wa gboro yẹn wá síbí Basida wá síbí wá treat mi wá ní pé tòótọ́ ni ó ṣe daddy mi ìgbà tó ṣàdé ó fún mi lógún ìgbà tó jíjọ́ kejì ní ká tún wá síbí ó wá fún mi lábẹ́rẹ́ ní ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì ó fún daddy mi lábẹ́rẹ́ níbi kan náà ìgbà tó wá.
I remember this video. It was viral on social media. It was so gruesome. We could not believe it when we saw it.
This happens all the time.
It happens all the time,
all
correct?
The time.
And I know this child came to you, Mr. Toro. Tell us about that experience.
Well, usually when a client walks into the center, she's met by a case manager who is a trained sexual trauma counselor who talks to her, tells her what we do at the center, and she discusses what happened with the case manager, and she's counseled, and she goes through the process of therapy and healing. So that's like the first stage when you come to the center. After that, you're referred to a medical practitioner who has also been trained to speak with a survivor of sexual trauma.
Okay.
So the medical examiner takes the necessary medical examination and then sends you out to the lab for medical tests, and thereafter you're given the drugs and every other thing that needs to be taken care of. So that was what happened with this girl as well. And thereafter, of course, when the video went viral, of course, she...
At the power of social media.
Yes. So they contributed some money. This particular girl was homeless.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So tell me about this. She was homeless, she walked up to your center, or did you have to find her?
Her father brought her to the center. There was a report at the police station.
Okay.
And the police referred her to the center.
Okay.
So she came, and during discussions with the case manager, we discovered a major challenge was lack of accommodation. So Dakore and Banky W contributed money, and we got accommodation for her and her father.
Okay, and where is she right now?
She has a home.
She has a home that you both applaud to you, Dakore. That is completely amazing. It is very rare to find celebrities that do this. I don't want you to cry, but you should.
It's key. It's important. We're all brotherhood of man. We all. You don't even have to have gone through it to feel it. Like nobody could watch that and feel normal. But the thing is, it happens all the time. In church, in school, at home. Your uncles. Some kids are talking about how my uncle said I should sit on his lap from there. So it makes you paranoid if you let it, because you'll be like, who's coming around, but we shouldn't live like that. What we have to do is start to change our mindset. Don't look at a person as less than, that they should be treated anyhow, and then predators too, they take advantage. Like this young girl, because she probably knew that she had no home.
Yes.
That's why he would ask her to take 15 naira.
Yes.
You defile a child, and you want to give her 15 naira. That's taking advantage of the fact that the child is young, they don't know the value of money or whatever, and then they're desperate. And this is happening across the board from infancy.
Our youngest client is a 3-month-old baby.
A 3-month-old baby?
Yeah. And the oldest is 80 years old.
And
the oldest
An
client.
80-year-old
Is
woman
an 80-year-old
was raped in her
grandma.
home when she was
You know,
robbed.
we've got over 120 young boys.
120 young boys.
Over 120 young boys.
Defiled.
Yes.
Defiled.
I am so shocked by this.
One in 3 girls has been raped under the age of 18 in Nigeria.
There has to be a massive awareness. So can you
Massive.
tell me, are there any other artists that you're collaborating with?
Oh yeah, Banky W is there, RMD, Bikiad, Graham Douglas, Uti Nwachukwu, Kobams Asukwo. I mean, and look, I'm opening it up to everybody. It's not something just for celebrities. Everybody has to talk about this. There's a period, the 16 days of activism in November, that's earmarked for this cause by the EU. And the EU, we really must commend the EU and the British Council for putting this together. But it's kind of embarrassing, really, that it takes foreigners to identify this problem in our own home country. And now our government is not supporting, our corporate organizations.
So when you say our
supporting.
government is not supporting, what have you reached? Where have you reached out to?
Well, I mean,
that you've had a closed door.
You've had a center. She's had a center, and she's reached out to people, and then they don't really help, you know. And individuals help, right?
Individuals have helped, and the Lagos State government has helped as well.
Yes,
but
they have been
private
progressive.
organizations or companies, we haven't had anything from them. But in addition to the celebrities that Dakore mentioned, Mirabel Center also has other goodwill ambassadors. Like Chico, it's one of them. Wana, Kofi,
Kate Henshaw.
Exactly.
Kate Henshaw, yes, I have seen some of her work.
So Bimbo Akintola, as
Bimbo.
well. You know, the recently Funke, as well has come on board. So we do have quite a number of them that have begun to engage that process, and they're using their platform to create awareness about the issue, and as well as the center and the services that we provide.
Okay, so besides funding, awareness, what do you think that you have to do to have the government involved? Because I believe that they're the superpower here.
They are, but you know, Nigeria, we have so many challenges, you know. I mean, just to live from day to day is a challenge. So I think the government is a little overwhelmed, you know, or they don't care. It might be a mixture of both. I don't know. Because really, they may look at it like, that's just, we have more pressing issues. But the thing is, this is a societal problem. And it's not only a Nigerian problem, it's a global problem. It happens in America, it happens in the UK, it happens, you know, in the most civilized parts of the world. So it's a global issue. I feel like it's a patriarchal issue as well, because our society is patriarchal. Women are not respected. You can walk into a place with your husband and people will greet your husband, and you, that the woman, they will not even acknowledge your presence. Little things like that, you know. So I feel like the mothers of now have a big role to play in how we raise our children. You cannot raise your boys to be unruly. And
especially boys.
Yes.
In our society.
Especially boys, because girls are so raised. We're actually so well raised. And then the boys have just been left to their own devices, and we have to also have those men as our brothers, we have those men as our husbands. That's why you're hearing so much about sexual violence and domestic violence, because they're not raised properly. You know, they're just allowed to do whatever they like because they're men. You know, even the way people value a male child over a girl child. That is how you are subconsciously telling a girl that she's not important. Correct. And you're telling a man that you can treat her anyhow you like. So we have to really change, reorientate, re-educate the way we raise our boys and our girls, and then raise our kids to have a voice. When we were being raised, kids were seen and not heard. Yes. But I raised my daughters to speak. Because if you don't speak, if you don't feel like you have access to speak to someone, you're going to die with your problem inside, and it's going to make you rot from the inside out. So speak out, you know, and that's part of our campaign as well. Speak out, call it out. If you see it around you, don't tolerate it, because if it doesn't happen to somebody around you, it could very well be you.
Yeah. All right. And so, just to tip it there, that it's not just the mothers. The fathers have a huge role to play, because they're the role models. A father is a girl's first love. Yeah. It's the first contact with the opposite sex. Yes. So it's important that he's a good role model. Yeah. And also for the boys, they need to see their fathers respect their mothers. Exactly. And other women around them. So that they can learn and know that that's the proper thing to do. But where a father has no respect for his wife, for his employees in the office, for his domestic servants, the boy child sees that, and that's the way he grows. So we need male role models to show that this is the proper thing, this is the proper way to go.
Yeah.
You both are completely amazing. So tell me, where is this ROLAC campaign going to right now?
Well, I mean, we just had a meeting. We were both at the meeting with several other CSOs and, you know, representatives of the EU and the British Council, just kind of brainstorming about how we're going to face this new campaign. The campaign is going to start in October. So you're going to be hearing so much more about this. I want it to be top of mind. I want it to be something that everyone is talking about because it's time. It's about time. We cannot continue to let this happen. So this whole campaign is going to roll out. You're going to be seeing it on TV, you're going to be hearing on the radio. We're going to be making a lot of noise, social media.
Everywhere.
Everybody has to get involved because it takes all of us to change our society.
Dakore, you're completely amazing. Thank you so much for joining me on the program today. And Miss, thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless this woman, I mean, for identifying the problem and setting up the center. God bless you. And
God
also
bless you.
Warif.
I gave her a huge hug when I saw her.
She's amazing. She's amazing. And Warif as well is another one. So yeah, you'll be hearing all the information coming up.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
We're
you.
going to take another short break now, but do stay tuned to Arise 360 because coming up, we'll bring you all the latest news in film and television with Arise correspondent, Mercy Ajisafe. Don't go away.